This is the first live stream here. See if anyone joins us here. How all of this works with the live stream thing. No, don't need that. Anybody watch it? Alright, we got a couple of you that have joined in here. Well, for those of you who have joined me, I'm out here in my driveway with the F-150. I've never done this live stream thing here on YouTube before, so I hope it's not too awkward for you. And I'm kind of trying to learn as I go here, so if it does get kind of awkward, I apologize. Gotta remember to look at the right side of the camera here for you. Just wanted to give you guys a quick sneak peek of the F-150. Gonna get started with rebuilding there today. But I do have it back from frame and body, and she's looking so much better than she did just a few weeks ago when I did the disassembly. Here, let me turn this camera around here real quick. There we go. You guys can see her in all her glory. Of course, still got the whole front end to put together here. Doors are partially together. I've got glass in them, and the regulators and all that's put back together. Obviously, I don't have door handles or anything like that. And you see, of course, over here, the interior is taken apart as well. Over here on this side, if you remember, the side swipe happened on, hey Viper Sill, good to see you there. Thanks for joining me, man. So the side swipe happened on this side. If you remember, from the tail light all the way to the headlight, this side was taken out, and both of our doors were shoved in. Hey man, Intoxic, good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining us. So yeah, over here we had these two doors. If you remember, I didn't even take them off during the disassembly because my frame guy wanted them left on there. Of course, the side of the bed was tore up, and then that cab corner was messed up pretty bad. What side swipe? You'd never know. That's right, man. You can't even tell on this side. But yeah, so that cab corner there, we had to cut the whole thing out of it. I have some pictures that I'll put in the next video I make, showing you kind of how this thing was hacked up and put back together. This is the original bed and the original bed side. He was able to save it. Thought about using a bed from a donor truck, but man, that would have been quite a deal to have to do that. And so he was able to save it, and there's some really cool things he did there. He's been doing body work for 50 years, so he uses some old school techniques, some really cool stuff. But I'll show you guys some of that in the next video. Of course, then it got after the side swipe here, it got pushed over here, and this corner was really, really bad. Old school is the best, man. That's right. I love having a guy with so much experience. There's a lot of good young guys out there coming up, but it's hard to beat 50 years of experience. So this hood is a replacement from the donor. That is a factory hood. Took it off of a donor truck. I need to align it a little bit better. It needs to go toward that side just a little bit. You really just about can't even tell. But this frame right here, we had to actually cut that whole thing out and replace it, and put a new piece in there. And then there's lower support, core support. All of this is out of the donor truck. It did not hurt my frame down here at all. I think this bracket was tweaked just a little bit, but it was able to just be bent back with no issue. You can't even tell. But it didn't actually hurt the frame horns or anything like that. But everything in this corner was just destroyed. And actually over here on this side where it was sideswiped, it didn't hurt the apron tube rail at all. Hey, thanks, man. Can't wait for the video. That's awesome. So this truck, speaking of color, a lot of people think this truck is that ruby red. It's real common color. And my donor truck was ruby red. But this one is not ruby red. This is a color called Sunset Metallic. This is a 2014, so it's the last year of this body style, but it's the first year that Ford introduced this color. And I don't know if you can tell here in the video, but it's actually got like a almost a red and orange thing kind of going on simultaneously. Actually, the title and registration call this truck orange, not red. But yeah, so basically this entire side of the truck's been replaced. Well, that's fixed, replaced. Hood was replaced. Fender here was replaced. These are both my original doors on this side, but we did have to, of course, blend and spray onto that door. So the only panels not painted on this truck is the roof, the back door, that side of the bed, and then the tailgate. Everything else has been painted. Can't believe it's the same truck. I know, it's crazy, man. This thing spent, I don't know, about 3 weeks or so over with my frame guy. Unfortunately, unlike the Interceptor, you can see the Interceptor back there, I wasn't able to help as much as I would have liked. I went over and did a lot of disassembly stuff with them, but I wasn't able to be quite as hands-on with it as I'd have liked to have been, like I was with the Interceptor, because my work schedule just didn't really allow for it so much. But anyway, I was able to go over and kind of keep an eye on what he was doing some of the time, help with some disassembly, and man, he just does fantastic work. I mean, I don't know if you can even tell if the video does it justice, but can you see the paint on that hood? Unbelievable. Now, the interior is where I'm actually kind of the most nervous here. Let me see if I can get this door popped open for you. I apologize if it looks a little awkward. There we go. Don't have door handles yet, so I got to do it from inside. But we had to tear apart the entire interior because this back glass had to come out in order to do this this cab corner. Of course, to do the cab corner, the bed had to come off, and then everything from here up to somewhere in this neighborhood has been replaced, and you cannot tell at all that he's replaced that. It's just smooth, and you can't, I mean, you can't, good luck if you're trying to figure out where he did that cutting. Unbelievable. Again, in the next video I'll show you some pictures, but honestly, when I get into the rebuild here, my first job, honestly, I'm going to put together the doors and the interior, because it's pretty well unusable. I guess hard part is over, comes fun part. Yeah, I don't know if the hard part's over, man. It's the hard part for him is over. Still a lot of work for me, but yes, I do consider that to be the fun part. Seeing her come back to, not just back to life, but actually going to make her better. I got a lot of mods planned for this truck as well. Actually, if you come back here, you can already see there's my replacement taillight on that side. Interior needs a lot of work, but that's not the fun, I guess. Yes, sir, that's for sure. So if you see, this taillight is a factory original Ford, just a traditional taillight over here. This taillight over here is actually a factory Ford taillight as well, but this is the smoked lens variety. I'm going to go ahead and replace both of them with that, but I really like that look, and so there's going to be kind of a theme going with this truck as I rebuild it, where you're going to see it's going to look very factory, but factory with upgrades, doing a few appearance upgrades and then a lot of performance and functional upgrades as well. I've got a tonneau cover for it, got dual exhaust. This thing's got the Coyote 5.0 in it, and I've heard those trucks with an exhaust on them, man, it makes it really, really sound nice. Yeah, here you can kind of almost see that orangey hue to the paint there. But yep, pedal commander. What's that, Viper? So I've also got a cold air intake for it. It's going to open her up a little bit. I've thought about a tune, but I don't know. I don't have anything for a tune yet. If you guys have any recommendations, by all means, send me a message. Let me know what you recommend on a tune. I've looked at a lot of them, but I don't know. We'll see. Got headlights that are factory Ford as well, but they are the upgraded. This one came with just the basic, halogen headlights. Bet he has an F150 with exhaust. Sounds great. I'm sure it does, man. These things can sound awesome when they got a nice exhaust on them. But I got factory replacement headlights here, but they're the upgraded HID projector lens. Good to see you, man. BD Place. Thanks for joining us. So we're going to upgrade the front end with some better headlights. I've got LED fog lights for it. Thought about putting some, an LED light bar on it somewhere. Not sure if I'll do that or not. That's not a high priority. Upgraded mirrors. I do have regular factory mirrors for it. Get her done. Thank you, sir. Raptor grill. Probably not, man. Thought about it, but I don't think the Viper grill would look so great with this color. Looks amazing so far. Thank you, Steven. Yes, sir, I agree. It's coming right along. My frame guy, Jack, has done a fantastic job with the paint and frame stuff. I appreciate you. Talking about how good his work is. He really has done a good job. The gaps on this thing are awesome. The door lines up perfect. I do need to tweak the hood just a little bit that way. Hey John, 32993. Thank you, man. My gap over here is nice and straight, but a little bit narrow. The gap's a little wider over here, so I'll just kick the hood that way just a little bit, and I think that'll help us quite a bit. Anything else you guys want to see? I got a lot of work ahead of me. I got to get to work putting this thing back together, because just like with the hello sir, awesome truck. Thank you, John Waylack. Thank you for joining us, man. There we go. Turn around. I got to get to work putting this thing back together, because just like with the Interceptor, if you guys watched that rebuild, man, I got that thing back together and had to take it on a trip almost right away. And then, well, this truck, I'm hoping, as long as I can get my title and everything put back together, I'm hoping to take it down on a trip I've got coming up in a few weeks. So I've got my work cut out for me. You guys want to see the Interceptor? Yeah, I'll take you down and show you the Interceptor real quick. It's sitting down here out of the way. Got a video coming on the Interceptor pretty soon as well. But she's looking sexy with that push bar on the front there. Got the bumper all taken care of. Got a few little odds and ends still that I need to take care of. You can see I still need to take the door handles off and get a little bit of this white plastic that was the vinyl wrap that used to be on here. So I still need to do that on these two doors. And then she just needs a really good cleanup all the way around. I've got a ceramic coat for her. No more zip ties. That's right, man, Tony. No more zip ties. They are gone. Of course, to put this push bar on, you've got to actually take the whole bumper off. So I took that opportunity to go ahead and finish up the bottom of it as well. The Interceptor looks great. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. I'm really proud of the way this thing turned out. Of course, Jack helped me with all the frame and paint on this one as well. I say help me, I helped him. He did the work. Of course, this one's got a replacement motor in it. Got that 850 mile motor that I put in this thing, and I have put well over 6,000 miles on it. She runs like a champ. I'll go ahead and open it up, but I apologize. She's not clean. I wasn't really planning to show this one. There you go. See, it's dirty. I've been out at a construction site. But she's looking good. Everything's back together. Of course, we replaced the dash and all that. Haven't had a single problem with this thing. She just looks really, really nice. Got a replacement seat for her. Considering the messy stuff was, you've done good. Thank you, sir. Yeah, man, just need to clean it up real well. And, well, she's going to have to be ready for sale here pretty soon. And if you are interested, let me know. Is that your daily driver? Yeah, it has been for the last 6 months or so. Am I missing the spotlight? Nope, she's right here. Still has her original spotlight right here, and it does work. A lot of people told me I should take it off, but first of all, it's a lot of work when you take that off, because then you got to fix the A-pillar and replace trim and all that. How much would you sell it for? Go ahead and send me a message, man, if you're interested. We can talk. My email address is in the description of all my videos. But yeah, it is going to be for sale here in just a little while. I just need to get it cleaned up, finish a couple little odds and ends like that vinyl wrap, and it's time to move on, because the truck here has or will become my daily driver as soon as I get her back together and get the title work all taken care of. And this truck is big enough for me to be able to put my dogs in the back or haul some friends around if I want to or whatever. And then of course I got the bed for luggage, and I'll have that hey Chris, good to see you, man. I'll have that tonneau cover on there, so the back will be perfect for luggage. But yeah, so this one has the power sliding rear glass. We had to take that out. And of course, I haven't reinstalled the motor yet. It's down there. But did the airbags deploy in the truck? No, not a single airbag went off. When I got this truck, it didn't have a single error light on the dash at all. No airbag light, no check engine light. Now it has an airbag light now because I had to take the seatbelt off over here so he could repair the the B pillar there. So I will have to clear that code. And then I have an intermittent check engine light, because one thing I didn't notice early on, you guys might be able to see this. Down here, I've got a sensor broken. You can see where it came out, and it's right here in the valve cover on the right side. I believe that's some sort of valve timing sensor or something like that. Rebuild King, another look at the F-150. Hey man, thanks for joining. It's amazing no airbags went off. Yeah, I honestly don't understand how the airbags didn't go off, but that's one of the things that drew me to this truck, despite how bad it was. The airbags not going off was a huge win. Yes, sir, Viper, I will use Forescan. I used Forescan on the Interceptor for quite a few things, and I will absolutely do that here in the garage working on my first project right now. Congratulations, man. Hope that's going well for you. Look forward to seeing it. Shoot me an email with some pictures or something. Love to see it. So anyway, guys, that is your sneak peek at the not the Interceptor. I'm so used to saying Interceptor. That's your sneak peek at the F-150. I got a lot of work to get to on this thing, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here real quick. I appreciate all of you guys joining me, and you know, maybe I'll try this again. Never done one before. Timothy, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Go live more often. Thank you, Tony. Well, this is my first try, and won't lie, it's a little awkward, but I'll get used to it. I'd love to. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. Have a good one, guys. All right, I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here. Thank you guys all for the support and for joining me for my first live stream. Stay tuned real soon. Got a video coming on the Interceptor and the truck here in the near future. But I got work to get to, so let's go. Thank you, Viper. Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great day. I'm going to go ahead and figure out how to end this thing and get going. Can't wait to see it come together. Thank you, Rebuild King. Appreciate you guys. Thanks, Tony. Bye, guys. We'll see you next time. And